Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Duster Squad podcast. We were just talking a little bit. Nick just revealed that he has some news that he has to tell us. Very important. Benny and I have not a clue what it is. But 2, that he's going no shave November the whole month, obviously. And does that include no trim as well?
I'm gonna have to trim my neck a little bit because I still got that bald spot. So I'll just tighten it up along the jaw there.
I see.
And get rid of the neck beard because I can't pull off the Benny or the Mickey. But
well, you know.
So the news, gentlemen. So we haven't. I haven't been on the podcast in a couple weeks, and it's been a couple weeks since I've actually talked to you guys about anything important. So, let me think. It was in the week that we. So like we talked last time I talked to you guys was 2 weeks ago. So that week, that following week, a house at the market that we were really interested in. So we ended up putting an offer in on it, and we have since got our offer accepted, and we're in the process of getting cleared to close and all that process. So we're buying a house.
Hot damn.
I did tell you guys because Mike, I remember Mike saying something to me about that.
You did, yes.
Now it's coming back.
It's been a busy couple of weeks.
Did we bring it? Did I bring it up on the podcast though?
I don't believe so. You brought, I don't think you brought it up on the podcast. We talked about it with Eric last week, but we didn't tell the story that you told us post podcast. We did not tell that story to him because we were like, we need Nick. We told him like an abridged version. We were like, we need Nick to tell you that story because it's quite a thing.
I will tell him that story next time I see him. I'm not gonna put that one over the airs. I'm gonna keep that one just between us. But so let me eat those words, and because I've clearly
but listen, I don't think you told the listeners. So there we go. Congratulations to Nick. He's a homeowner.
So
he will
we're working through all that shit right now, and we should have a closing date. They should have something to us this week. So
very nice.
There you go.
Nice.
It all came back to me when you were looking, and I was like, we've had this conversation because he said to me, "Oh, I'm gonna have plenty of places to stay when I come home."
Yeah.
Yes, I did. Listen, we've all been there. We've all been there.
Oh yeah,
we've all been there.
That's like 90% of my conversations with people I talk to regularly.
Like I've also neglected to tell Liz about how you guys set a date for your wedding and a location, and I was like, oh fuck, I didn't tell you.
That's whatever, dude. We got save the dates are inbound to us, and then we'll be outbound to everybody else within hopefully a couple weeks. So, yep, plenty of time for that. We'll have a little discussion after we wrap this up about suits and crap, because I just got to run some questions by you guys, but we can take care of that later. Because right now, first of all, Nick, actually, we missed you last week because I had the idea to have a heat meter segment at the beginning of the episode, and this time it was 2 football plays.
Oh.
There was 2 football plays that I had to highlight because there was 2 in 1 week, and they were both very embarrassing. And I was upset because Eric knew of what happened and had some takes. Benny obviously had no idea.
No.
So I was like, I wish Nick was here.
As soon as you were like football, I was like, well.
But so now I want to talk to you about it right now. Did you see the Tyreek Stevenson? I don't know what position he is, but he's on the Bears defense. And he was taunting the Commanders, I believe. Do you remember the Commanders scored that Hail Mary? End of the game Hail Mary.
Yeah.
Did you see what the defenseman, the one Bears defense player, was doing? He was like taunting the sideline while the play was unfolding behind him.
Yes. And then they scored on. Yes, I did see that.
Yeah. So that was one of them.
Fucking idiot. Yeah, because he was turned around as these guys are running down the freaking field, and I'm like, what's happening here?
Yeah, dude. And then
I hope his ass got cut.
Okay, so this is what happened. Yeah, so he was pulled.
We have follow up now.
Well, no, because remember I told you guys this on last week. the coaches told him, they were like, okay, so you're not going to be starting the game. Like you might go into the game. You might get into like next week's game, but you're not going to be starting. They told him that at practice, and then he then pulled himself out of practice. Like he just left practice because of that. It's like, dude, like a little self-awareness, buddy.
Yeah, right? These guys are big babies.
A little bit. And then the other one I had was, did you see, oh God, what was the team? It was Malachi Corey. I forget what team he's on, but he was scoring. It was the Jets. I think it was the Jets. And he was about to score his first NHL touchdown because he's a rookie. And he like dropped the ball before he got into the end zone.
No, I didn't see that one.
Yeah. He was like running it across the line, and you know how you do whatever, you drop it and you celebrate or whatever. And he like dropped it at like the 1 yard line.
Yeah, I've seen that story before. That's not the first time.
Yeah, it was.
Unfortunately, that's not the first time. These fucking guys are so stupid sometimes.
Yeah, I mean, you know,
well,
you
it's
never
like, how do you not do the one thing you have to do to actually
get in
the
and then?
like,
well, I was watching
watching
the Cardinals game today, and they were playing the Jets, and Kyler Murray. They were on like the 10-yard line. Kyler Murray runs one in for a touchdown. They threw a flag, but he ran it in still. But he barely got into the corner of the end zone before the guy came over, and he had plenty of space to just go straight in. I'm like, what? Why are you waiting? Just get in there.
Yeah, who knows? It is funny though, because he was so hype about it, and then it's like, nope. Nope. I'm sure he'll get one eventually, but not. You had one there. Oh well. Oh, well, all right. So last week, gentlemen, Benny, Eric, and I, so I'm talking to Nick here, we talked about the Finnish team, the NHL.com's projected Finnish team lineup. This week, we're going to, at the end of the episode, we're going to talk about Sweden's.
Okay.
And then
I feel like I've seen all these. I think they posted all the projected
they've been posted for quite a while.
Weeks, right?
Yeah, they've been posted for quite a while, but I wanted to get some some conversation going about it. Yeah. For right now, though, let's get into fantasy hockey. I'm still without a win, but I think that's about to change. I think I'm about to beat Danielle. And also, Nick,
you're about to get in the win column.
Multiple times this week, I've been shouting into thin air with Danielle looking at me about how you are a bottom feeder.
I'm doing it again.
You're doing it again. I don't understand it.
Because I saw at the beginning of the week, because for the listeners, Nick is playing me, and I saw at the beginning of the week my games played just weren't going to match up, and then I made a couple moves, and I still couldn't get it to where I would just even have enough games.
Yeah.
So I was like, okay, well, we're done, I guess. And it is very close right now, but unless
it's closer than it should have been.
Unless Nick's remaining guys just
shit the bed
tonight, and like Stefan Noesen gets a friggin' hat trick for me, which who knows? The Devils are playing the Sharks, but I'm probably gonna lose.
So I had a problem. I had a tough fantasy week. I set my roster Monday, and I honestly forgot about it until like Thursday night. And I'm like, fuck, I haven't looked at any of this stuff. And so I left. I've not that I left points on my bench, but I didn't have guys in I should have had in.
Yeah, you just made a poor choice.
Right, and I didn't look at them. I did start active players and didn't look who was in or who was out. So like last night, Draisaitl was on the bench, and I had Timmy Stützle in, and he didn't score me any points, but Draisaitl had like 15. So it's like I had a couple of those earlier in the week too. But yeah, I have 4 guys left to play tonight. Ben's got 1, so I'm ahead of him right now by a little bit, but it should win.
I think,
but I agree.
You should have it on lock.
Don't get me wrong. I agree. Like I'm looking at these and I'm like, my team's not scoring worth a shit. And every time I play a team this week or during my weeks, they don't score worth shit either.
Dude,
so.
It's ridiculous.
You're getting everybody's bad week.
Yeah, my big Dallas picks were not working out for me. I ended up dropping Robertson and Wyatt Johnson.
Yeah,
they are
as strong a start as I thought they would.
I think I dropped them both. If I haven't dropped them both, I'm going to because I needed to drop their defensemen too. They're just not getting me.
Yeah, dude. Hintz has been doing nothing. You want to know when the whole bottom feeder thing like really hit its peak for me was when it was Danielle was beating me. It was this week. I think Danielle was like 306 and I was like 290 something, or she was like 312 and I was like just over 300. And I look at the matchups and Nick is in the lead with 211 points. And I'm like, are you shitting me?
Yeah, I would be in a better spot if there was one night I had 2 Florida guys out and like Nick Suzuki and somebody else not doing great in, and I was like, I should not have done that. And then there was also, it was the night that it was right after rumors were coming out that the Rangers and Shesterkin are close on 11.5 mil. And then that night he lost in like a 6-1 loss to fucking Buffalo. And he got me negative 10 points.
Oh, baby.
Like, I could have been in a better position than I am, same as Nick. It's just the lineup choices have
minus 10.
They've had an effect this week. Yeah, it was a bad game.
That's unfortunate there. I thought I had a bad with like
5 goals allowed and 7 saves made, and I was like,
did they yank him? They must have yanked him.
Oh no, I think they did. Yeah, it was.
That
it
is
was
awful.
Rough. Yeah.
Dang, I thought I had a bad. I had -6 from Vassy one night. That is.
Yeah.
Whew.
No, I'm pretty sure I take it all with the negative points I had with Georgiev earlier in the season.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't remember
he did
what
not
that
have
was.
a good start there.
It cannot have been good. It cannot have been good.
My goalies have been pretty much totally recycled except for Sorokin.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think I even have Hill anymore.
Yeah,
as bad as that game was, Shesterkin has done me well for the most part this year. I'll give him that game, but fuck, that was rough.
Yeah, we are. Can I look at the damn standings on this? Boom. Yes, there we go. Wait, this is not what I want. Dang it! You can on the phone you can like sort by points. Right now, most points in the league. Actually.
Holy shit, Annie. Or no, you.
No.
Points for is Ben.
Most points in the league is you, Benny. 1,400 points.
What am I looking at?
I'm not sure.
Oh, I'm looking at the points against column.
Oh, it's me. Of course it's me because I have so many points. Son of a biscuits.
Yeah, look at that.
Yeah, so Benny's got
the least points against.
Yeah, you have the least points. That's our point.
Which is crazy. I mean, you could still like. I'm trying to think of the right way to articulate this, but you could still be winning and still have a lot of points against.
Absolutely.
You have a fuck ton of points for.
Absolutely. You just have
but it's ironic that I haven't. I've been winning, but I still have the lowest points again. It shows you that every team that I've played has not been very good.
Yeah.
In the weeks that they play me.
Yeah. But hey, you know what? You can only play the teams in front of you. And unfortunately, I've been playing like the 80s Oilers every week. Whereas Nick's playing like this year's Phillies or Flyers.
I'm still so mad I didn't crack 500 that one week.
You were right there. You were right there.
I was right there.
Yeah, that one I didn't have a choice there. Yeah, I don't know how many points against I have. I think a third of them are with that 1 week.
Yeah.
Against Ben, if not half. Unbelievable.
Yeah.
Unbelievable. But yeah. Moving on. Okay, I'm going to go first this time, gents, because I have 2 games to talk about. They were both losses, and they both sucked. So allow me to
I feel that.
allow me to. Yeah. Hey, it wasn't 3 losses, okay? It probably would have been if they had played another game, but it wasn't 3. So yeah, the Lightning they played Tuesday and Thursday, and then this week from Thursday to this coming Thursday was their bye week. So they played St. Louis on Tuesday, lost a 1-goal game, not in extra time, so they just lost it regulation. And then they lost. It was St. Louis, in which I was like, okay, okay. But then you look at it, and once again, they have got an 8 spot put up on them, which I think this is like the 3rd game this year that they've gotten 8 goals scored on them. Was the other day, like St. Louis. So it's unfortunate that the Lightning were not able to put more than 2 goals in. And then they played Philly
Which,
once again. Should be beating that team, and then they lost in the shootout.
damn.
I will say we do not have Braden Point, so that
Ooh,
hurts.
yeah, that's with the way those forward lines are structured now,
Not a
we're
super
losing
deep
point.
team.
Losing point at any point is not gonna be, that's not gonna be helpful. Oof.
Losing any forward in the top 6 is gonna hurt, and it is.
It's any
Especially
extended period of time.
When it's your top center. Shocker, it
Yeah.
doesn't go well. But yeah, we'll see. Hopefully this week, he can get healed up this week and be back. Cause, dude, I'm annoyed because I think that's 4 losses in a row. Like, they had won 3 in a row and they've now lost 4 in a row. Like they were like 7 and 2, I think, or 7 and 3, and then they're now 7-6-1. So it's like they were doing so well, and then now they're not doing well at all. It's gone to shite.
Eesh.
But that's all right. They've got some games in hand on teams in front of them. They get point back, they'll be fine.
Was there anybody in particular this week that did look good? That like was helping in the middle of it all, I guess, or
I don't.
It was just kind of bad all around.
It was kind of just like ugly, like it was like youth hockey, like ugly youth hockey everywhere. It was like, it wasn't. I mean, Kucherov's still doing his thing, but yeah, no, Hedman does not look good. I don't know what's going on with him. He really looks.
Damn.
He looks like he's thinking the game at like half speed. Like it's really bad. Not sure. I really don't know. Like he'll get the puck at the point where like you're trapped in the corner of the blue line and like the boards, so you got to do something with it. You have to throw it back down the boards or shot on net or get it across to your buddy. Like you have to figure that out quickly. And he like gets it and he like stands there with it. He doesn't even stick handle. He just stands there and like looks around like this, actual speed, and then goes to pass it to somebody. But guess what? There's a stick or a leg in the way, and it gets blocked, and then the play's done.
It's the NHL. You don't have time. Yeah. There is
no time.
You
I don't get it. I'm not sure. I hope he figures it out because it's really not good. And he's supposed to be our best defenseman. So.
And captain.
And the captain. Yeah, maybe the captaincy's wearing on him.
CC, is it?
If it is, give it somebody else. Because we don't have.
Who else would it be?
No one. I don't know. Listen, he needs to go back to what he was. All right, I don't care.
Because Kucherov's awesome, but he is not a captain.
No.
He is not a captain at all.
Absolutely not. I don't know who. Probably McDonough. Probably throw it to McDonough.
Yeah, I could see that.
But that's it. That's it for the Lightning. They sucked this week. They pretty much sucked last week, and they don't play this week. So hey, there you go. They can't suck this week. until Thursday.
Get the rest of the suckage out of the way, because I think didn't Ottawa have a decent week? I don't remember off the top of my head, but I thought they were doing okay.
I can't.
1 and 2.
So I can't really speak to them because
the Islanders did okay.
Naturally haven't watched any games in the last 2 weeks.
Yeah. Well, you didn't even remember that you told us the story.
Yeah.
The
I know that they were 5-5 in their last 10. They shut out the Kraken in one of the 4, or in one of the last 4. They shut out the Kraken. One of the last 5, 4, whatever.
They are still 5-5 in their last 10.
Where does that put them?
They played Boston last night.
6th in the Atlantic.
So,
but they're 2 points behind 3rd in the Atlantic because the Atlantic is still a mess. Okay.
Yes, they are. Yes.
They took Boston to OT last night and beat them, so I'll take that. That's a win.
There you go.
Good deal.
Other than that, I know they lost to the Sabres pretty bad, and the Islanders beat them earlier in the week too. So.
Yes, the Sabres. Yeah, so the Sabres have 2 wins now, where they've only given up 1 goal and they've scored a crapload. 5-1 against the Senators, and then obviously that 6-1 trouncing against the Rangers. So that's interesting. Buffalo coming alive, and yet still somehow they are
7-7.
7-1. Yep, only 1 point in front of the Sens. I'll talk about the Isles real quick. Or unless Benny, you want to go? You just go ahead, Benny. Get
I'll
her
get it
done.
out of the way because it's not pretty. We'll do the brief part on the nice things going on. Cole Caulfield slowed down a bit, but 10 goals, 15 games. We love to see it. He's on a good pace. But the bigger surprise has been Brendan Gallagher kind of resurrecting his career a little bit. He's sitting at 7 goals at the moment. I think the other day I don't think he'll end up with this, but he was on a 35 goal pace with the math, which he's hit 30 before. I don't think it's going to happen, but I think he could easily hit 20 or 25, which would be a really, really nice return to form for him. Because he's had a tough last few years injury wise and production wise. But he also, over the last 2 or 3 years, has been working on kind of changing his game a bit. Like, he's still a net front guy. It's Brendan Gallagher. That's never going to change. But he's toned it back on the barreling headfirst into every goalie crease he can see and getting cross-checked to shit and getting, like, slashed to shit. He's been a lot more strategic with his decisions in the last little bit. I think that is one thing I will say Marty St. Louis has helped him greatly with. As flawed as his overall team coaching is, he does seem to be very good at working one-on-one with guys, which it would not shock me to see if in the future a more experienced head coach comes in and takes that mantle, but Marty stays within
as a skills coach or
the
something?
coaching, within the coaching staff. Because we'll get to how they've been doing overall. It's been tough. The shitty part was the week started. The week started well, sort of. That Tuesday game against Calgary, they actually played a really good game. Like, the first period, they shelled them. It was like the shots were like 17-5 in favor of the Habs. Dustin Wolf was just having a good period. Like, they played a good game until they collapsed with like the last 5 minutes left, and Calgary ended up tying it up. And then literally off the first face-off, Calgary brought it in overtime and scored. So that was tough. It was the first time this year I actually watched the game and I was like, I actually think they deserved better that game, which is a bit of a hollow emotional, or what's the word? Not emotional. Something victory, like
moral.
Anyway,
moral victory, kind of.
Yeah, moral victory. Yes, yeah. It's like one of those hollow where it's like, they played a better game, but still, come out of it with a loss. And then also against New Jersey, wasn't able to watch it because it was blacked out. But from what I was seeing, they did play overall a lot better, more structured of a game. They were just playing against a good team, and they still have the defensive lapses that a team with only two defensemen older than 24 on it, you're gonna have those lapses. So that's where we're at. And then the game last night was just bad. I can't really say anything else about the game against Toronto. There's no explaining that one. That was just bad.
Toronto's good team.
Yeah, the Habs. Great.
There you go.
They play Buffalo tomorrow at 12:30.
Oh,
just past noon. So actually, I'll probably be able to watch most of that at work. There we go.
Or will you? It's Buffalo. Want to be blacked out?
No, because we have cable there at the office, so I'll throw it on MSG. That's why it's blacked out for me. Is
for MSG.
If I try to watch Hulu or ESPN Plus because of the MSG.
Well, I didn't realize that.
Yeah,
that's nice. It's a good touch.
Yeah, because I don't have cable at home, but I will use that cable at work to my advantage.
Fuck them, right?
Yeah,
dude, cable's ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. Here, pay $300 for our sports package where you will watch one of the channels. Enjoy it. No thanks.
Redonk.
Yeah, that's the bigger overreaching thing with I need the NHL to understand about younger people. It's like they're not going to get a cable package to get those 4 or 5 games that are going to get blacked out. They're just going to not watch the games. figure out a way
We're
to
not
put
doing that.
all of the games in one spot.
You know what I will say so far is with the situation we have here, I've gotten the Lightning's thing. They have their own thing like MSG does, like the MSG Plus, MSG would go or whatever
Right.
the hell it is. So we got
Yeah.
that. It's like $20 a month, and then we have the ESPN Plus Disney Hulu combo. So
Right.
I've been able to watch every Lightning game. Like it's
That's
through
good.
either the FanDuel thing or the or ESPN Plus. Because if it's a ESPN Plus game, like when they do like
Right.
their game of the week or
Where it's
hockey
like their
night or whatever,
national broadcast or something.
they've
It's
done it on
their
ESPN
version
Plus,
of a national broadcast. But
which
yeah.
is nice. At least they're not doing it just on ESPN, because then I wouldn't be able to watch it. But yeah. All right. So it's unfortunate, really, that Eric's not here today, because this is the best week that the Islanders have had in a while. And of course, he's not here to talk about it, so I get to.
I
So
did not know they popped off a bit.
they did pretty good. 3 games. They won 2 of them, lost 1, and they were right there. I'll talk about the last game, the last night's game, a little bit. But so they beat Pittsburgh. Again, Pittsburgh, not a great team, and it took them to a shootout. They had to take them to a shootout to actually win, but they won. So they won.
Gotta get the dub.
They got the 2 points. But they did give their Metro rival a free point, I guess. They did beat Ottawa, as Nick alluded to earlier. That was 4-2, so that's... I mean, I didn't watch the game, obviously, but I think they played okay. 4 goals for, 2 goals against. And then we get to New Jersey. So another Metro rival, one of the better teams in the division. And I was visiting my sister down in Tampa, and Mitch just put on one of the games that was showing up on his like Sling thing. And it was that game, and there was I think there was 2 minutes left in the third. They were up 3-2, and New Jersey pulls their goalie, and I think it was 50-something seconds to go. They tuck one in and tie it, and it's like, oh, come on. And then it goes to OT, and the Devils win in OT.
Hey, that's a point, though.
It's a point,
5
but
out of possible 6 points in the week.
It's a point. That's factual, but you also gave
you
2.
Could have had 6 out of 6.
and you gave 2
points to New Jersey.
Yeah, 2 points to New Jersey
opponent.
and 1 point to Pittsburgh. So it's like,
yeah.
And on top of that, it was you were 1 minute away from not. You're 1 minute away from just having the 2 points and not giving any to New Jersey, which would have been really nice.
Yep.
So that one stings a little bit. And as I was watching it, I was like, oh, freaking Islanders, dude. How do you do this?
Yeah.
But yeah. So hey, not a bad week for the Islanders. Just to wrap up where all the teams are. The 3 Atlantic teams, the Canadians, right in the bottom there.
We don't need to talk about that.
The Senators are 7-7-0, 14 points. But again, the Atlantic is so smushed. They are 1 win away from being 4th in the division. And then the Sabres and Lightning are actually tied points-wise, but points percentage-wise, the Lightning have them by just a little bit. So Lightning are in 4th right now. And actually, if I look at the wild card, I bet... Nope, they are. They are in the second wild card spot the Lightning are right now. To be honest, I'm shocked that that's the case. I figured that they would not be in. And then the Isles are right behind the Rangers in the Metro, but they are 4 points behind them, which puts them quite a ways outside that wild card spot. Actually, it's tied. Wow, the East is actually a shit show. Dude, from second wild card to the Penguins is 1 point. And
Wow.
there's 1, 2, 3 teams in between them. And then Detroit is at 13, which is only 2 points behind. Oh my gosh, dude. That's going to be interesting to see how that unfolds.
Yeah, one bad week from any of those teams will just.
Well, shit, the Lightning just
one
had
bad
a
week and
terrible
one
week.
good week to turn it around completely.
True that, dude. True that. I mean, the Sabres just
I'm
had a
interested
pretty
to see
good
how
week.
long this will last, because usually by now that's done.
At
Like,
some point, they have to
usually
spread out.
Or do
Well,
they?
Florida's clearly doing that right now, but
Well, yeah, they're the one.
Yeah, Florida's way ahead. Toronto's actually made a nice little gap now. Yeah. We'll see, man. It's gonna be a tight wild card race, I think, in the East. Or maybe it won't be. Maybe it'll be like the Metro teams will just zoom ahead. But who knows?
Yeah, that is also.
Know.
Yeah.
All right, you guys want to take a little break?
Yes,
little breaky
please.
break. All right, we will return. Welcome back to the Duster Squad podcast, where we are going to continue our episode by going into a new installment of the heat meter, gentlemen. I only have one this week, so it's up for grabs. Who wants it?
Benny.
Benny wants it.
I'll weigh in after.
Okay, so Benny, you are on the hot seat, and your name is Andrew Brunette.
Yeah.
The head coach of the Nashville Predators, who, if you'll indulge me, I will run down the stat line.
Yes.
They are currently 5-9-1 after spending $1 bazillion on July 1st. 28th in the league by points. Notably behind the Columbus Blue Jackets, the Philadelphia Flyers, and the Seattle Kraken, which is not good, by the way.
They're 1 point ahead of the Habs.
They are 1 point ahead of the Canadiens. Yes.
Who are in the basement of the Atlantic?
Yes, the basement of the Atlantic.
Yes.
The Predators are 29th in goals for, with 37 in their whatever games played that they're at. Let me look. 15. In their 15 games played. So they are at about 2.2-ish. A little less than 2.2 per game. Once again, after adding 2 40-goal scores on July 1st. And they are 25th in goals against, 50. The big 50, which I cannot do the math on, but it's just under 5. It's just over 4 goals per game against. Oh my gosh, that's bad. Is that the right math?
Yeah,
hold on,
that's
Benny.
Pretty rough.
Talk me through your thought process as Andrew Burnett, and I'm going to open my calculator and do some math.
Well, as me, Andrew Burnett, I was not happy with how we got out of the gate, obviously, because I think it was something like 0-5 off the rip, wasn't it?
It was quite bad, yes.
It was pretty rough. So, all things considered, you don't want to be in a 5-9 position, but we started off the way we started off, and we've managed to. I mean, we've been losing games at the same time, but we've gotten some wins back at the same time. Obviously, we need to build on this a bit. We can't keep going at this pace forever, or we're going to be on the outside looking in. But I think we've done a decent job kind of turning the momentum around a little bit. We got to get a bit more structured. We got to get the new guys even more involved than they have been. I think I saw Stamkos got a goal the other night, though. Like, they're all still kind of finding their spot, but... No, it's obviously not where you want to be, and I would say, heat meter wise, what's like 2/3 up the thermometer?
2/3 up. That's like Ghost Pepper area. Interestingly,
okay.
With the pure capsaicin being at the top, and police pepper spray as well.
Well, let's go about 2/3. So let's say Ghost, just because I think it would be. We would be at ass blaster levels had we not gotten any games back there, because obviously like we had to stop the bleeding, and I think we did a bit, but there's no doubt we gotta kind of keep building on that and keep on more of an upswing. You know, get 3 out of the
Absolutely.
next 4 games or 4 out of the next 5. That would be a big help.
Definitely. Yeah, so it's pretty warm. It's pretty warm down there.
Oh, it's toasty. It is toasty.
What do you think about that, Nick?
I think my ass is blasting. Because didn't Trotz say? So I'm not gonna play this role, but I'm just gonna add my 2 cents in.
Okay.
Didn't Trotz say this week that or last week, if this shit doesn't turn around quick, I'm ready to rebuild. So it's
He
like
did.
when you dump what 50 million into fucking 2-3 guys plus extension on Saros, who hasn't been proven to do what he needed to do. Not looking great.
With all of that all of what you just said is the exact reason why I don't know how much I believe what he said, because even if you want to hit that switch right now, you can't really.
Yeah.
So
no, I agree with you.
Run it out.
But it's like, okay, what's the first step in your rebuild? Bring in a new coach?
I guess, yeah.
Like that's
the easiest thing to change. So yeah.
All right. You're not moving Marshall, you're not moving Stammer, you're not moving Shea, you're not moving Saros, you're not moving Forsberg. Like
you might move Forsberg.
Yeah. I guess you might move Forsberg because he's the only person that's going to bring you anything that's worth any value.
You'd be able to, but like that's a Vegas move right there. Good Lord.
Yeah.
Well,
but I do think in the long run for this season wise anyway, I think they're just gonna have him. I think they're gonna keep Brunette there to let him play it out, see where it goes, because you've already dedicated yourself to this group with the deals you signed them to. Like, I think you have to just sort of power through. I don't know. They obviously do. Like I said, they got to build on what they've been doing. But
I mean, I feel like if they don't really turn it around come like December, you've got a big issue on your hands.
They have to do a lot right now. Like right now, starting from right now, they have to do a lot to even look at making a playoff spot. And so if it doesn't turn around like right now, it's gonna be really close. You're gonna be tempting fate, is what they're doing.
Hey, Andrew Burnett, I got it planned. We're scheduling. I gotta figure out when our Vegas game is, but we're setting up a trip to the Sphere. And then right before canceling it again. It's gonna work. It's gonna work.
It's gotta work. It worked last time. It's gotta work again. It's gotta. Yeah. If this was me,
they started doing 3 out of every 4 games. String that along for a few 4 games in a row. Hey, it could be right back in it.
Yes, but that's hard. 3 out of 4 games is hard.
Especially since they haven't been playing that well together right now.
Yeah. No, they've been playing. It's been, and I've listened to shows and they've laid it out quite well. And it's something that I sort of saw and I was like, they'll be fine. They have a lot of people who play the same position in the same way. They're actually their top 3 goal scorers, or what should be their top 3 goal scorers, all play the same position, same handedness, same style. It's all kind of the same. So it's like you maybe it wasn't the best idea to bring in all those guys at the same time, but
on paper it looks nice.
On paper it looks fantastic.
But in theory and in concept, when you exactly what you were just saying, if you've got 3 guys who play the same style of game, it's not necessarily going to work out.
Yeah. If they had if one of them was a lefty, it might change the whole equation. But they're all righties. So for me, I'm giving Brunette a Naga Viper. Oh dear. I don't even know.
How high is that?
That is what is T? Why does it say T in front of it?
Also, have you sent us your scale yet?
No, I keep forgetting. I got to do that.
Just put it in the channel chat.
Well, oh shit, I could do that. All right.
Yeah.
Well, let me. I'll do that after the show. I should do that actually. Wow, what an idiot. All right.
Yeah, we can get a new image in there. We can go from
you guys can just look at it right there. You don't like the banana hammock Borat? The Mankini Borat? Come on.
No, remember the jumbo shrimp logo? That's already pushed
Oh,
the
it is
Borat
the
off.
jumbo. Yep. God dang it! I should have never
Yeah.
put that in there. I'm just gonna make the Mankini
Wait, why are
Borat
there so many of these?
because we were just going in one day sending crazy
Shirtless
pictures in there.
fellas. Oh, the start of it was Pierre Engvall. It was probably when he
Yes.
went to the Isles,
Yep.
and we were like, "Oh yeah, that dude's fucking shredded. Check it out."
Yep, that was it. Yep. Oh, Connor is chiming in the chat, about to order a mankini. One of us should have really gotten him one of those for his birthday. Shout out to Connor. His birthday was Monday. So you better get that, dude. Listen, I'm going to have a bachelor get together of some kind. You better be wearing that mankini.
Are the mankinis required?
Mankini's required, boys.
God.
On hole 1, on the tee of hole 1 at Bluff Point. Mankinis.
I don't know how much they'd like that.
No, they would
I
not.
think that'd be how we get kicked out of Bluff Point.
Yeah, we definitely would. Okay. Moving on here. Last item on the agenda, the Swedish team. Connor says they're the bachelor suits. Yep. No, underneath everyone's suit at the wedding is a mankini. Okay. The Swedish
Everybody
national
else
team.
won't know, but we will, and that's what makes it special.
Yep. It's like, yes, exactly.
Whoever first strips that night or starts to strip down, you're gonna see it.
Yeah, we'll see it through Benny's white shirt when he's inevitably the
Oh, yeah.
first to take off his jacket.
Oh yeah, always.
Okay. So the Swedish national team for the Four Nations Cup, or I should say the NHL's projected roster. Let me run down some of these names. Jesper Bratt, that makes sense. William Eklund, okay. Joel Eriksson Ek, that makes sense. Forsberg, that makes sense. William Karlsson, that makes sense. Kempe, that makes sense. Elias Lindholm, that makes sense. William Nylander, Gus Nyquist, Elias Pettersson. I don't know if that makes sense, if I'm being honest with you. Lucas Raymond, and then Mika Zibanejad rounds out the forwards. What do you guys think about that?
Sounds pretty good.
I don't hear any. I don't hear any. Yeah, I don't hear any names that are like missing, like that hit. That I'm like, where's this guy? You know, nothing hits me like that. So,
it probably doesn't help that I don't know very much. Like I don't know which guys are Swedish and which ones aren't. So that doesn't help me. But
I will say I skipped over one because I wanted to save it for last for the forwards. NHL.com has Leo Karlsson on this team. Young gun Leo Karlsson, who has looked good.
He has looked good with the Ducks, and I mean, it's not like the rest of that roster you read off. It doesn't sound in my head like a crazy leap above him.
No, not really.
It's an all right forward group. It is, but that if you just look at that compared to the forward groups of the U.S. and Canada, it's like, holy fuck.
It's not. Yeah, you're not going to touch the U.S. and Canada's, unfortunately. That's just how it is.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, hey, that's not bad.
It's not bad.
Would you put that forward group on par with or slightly above or below the Finnish group right now?
I don't think they're that far apart, honestly. They feel fairly close to me.
Yeah.
But
some people left off that may you might call it a little, you know, maybe they should be on there instead of some other people. Alex Wenberg. And of course, the guy we were just talking about, Pierre Engvall.
Yeah, that doesn't.
No, he wouldn't be on there.
Doesn't surprise me as much.
He would not be on there. Yeah, it's not bad. It's not bad. I would like to see Leo Karlsson there, just because I feel like that would be fun to watch.
Yeah, that'd be fun just to see him go.
Yeah. And then, okay, so now we move on to their strongest, and we all know what that is, because they have been a defense factory for as long as I've been paying attention, basically.
Yeah.
Multiple Norris Trophy winners on this back end here. Starting off with, I think, not the most recent Norris Trophy. Is it the most? No. Does actually Dahlin? Does Dahlin have a Norris Trophy yet? He doesn't have one, does he?
I don't think he does now, but
But
he's
he's
a
very
hell of
good.
a fucking player.
But he's very good. And then we have Matthias Ekholm, very steady defenseman. Gus Forsling, Stanley Cup champion. Victor Hedman,
Oh yeah.
2-time Stanley Cup champion. Erik Karlsson, almost did it, and now he's old.
He's got a Norris or two though.
Oh yeah, he's got a
recent
few.
Norris Trophy winner. Yep.
Norris Trophy winner. Hedman, a Norris Trophy winner. Adam Larson, not a Norris Trophy winner, but he's pretty solid up in Seattle. He was a high pick, wasn't he? Adam Larson, was he not like a really high draft pick?
He was.
At,
I'm pretty sure he was with. No, he was a pick with the Devils. He got traded to the Oilers in the Taylor Hall deal.
Oh, okay. And then rounding out that is Hampus Lindholm of the Boston Bruins. So,
damn.
Pretty good. Hey, dude, there's a reason we call him the defense factory.
Yeah, I think that is the best defensive core that we've talked about so far.
Definitely.
Well, I mean, we've
we
only
talked
about
one
Finland,
team,
but
one other team. That's fine.
But thinking ahead to what the other team's defensive cores look like, I think they honestly probably
as much as
beat out.
They might better. You're gonna say better than Canada, right?
Than Canada, and then honestly might even also be than the U.S.
They might be. We'll have to. We'll be talking about that next weekend, I believe, and then the weekend after. I think we will take a break since that is the holiday weekend. Right?
Indeed.
Am I getting that right?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
I lose track of the time sometimes.
Yes.
No. Well,
This-
actually,
It's got to be because this Thursday is not Thanksgiving, right?
So
no.
Thanksgiving.
This is the 28th, is it not?
I think so. Yeah. So that's
So
2 weeks.
Two weekends from now.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
That's the plan.
So we have next week, the following week, and then the weekend after.
Yep.
Is Thanksgiving.
All right. And wrapping it up, goaltending.
Mhm.
The first person on here, and I'm assuming it's just
I think it's just the list. I don't think it's in order. That's for sure.
It's definitely not. Samuel Ersson from the Philadelphia Flyers. Jacob Markstrom from the New Jersey Devils on his new team, and Linus Ullmark on his new team, the Ottawa Senators.
Damn.
That's pretty good. That's pretty damn good.
So really, their only downside is I mean, it's not even a downside. It's not like it's a bad forward group, but like they're real strong otherwise.
That's their weak point is on forward. So hey, whatever, dude.
Yeah.
See if you can defend your way to victory. That works quite a bit.
With the two goalies, leaving the other one off the list.
Yeah, it's clear that Ersson will be number 3.
yeah.
Those two are highly capable enough to goalie them through that too.
100%. 100%. Yeah, I mean, so here's the question for you two, because this will be a question: who starts?
Yeah,
Markstrom or Ullmark? That is a battle right there. You think Markstrom?
I think I would start Markstrom too.
I think he's had more success.
They're going this year. Yeah, way their seasons are going right now. Anyway, yeah.
Like Ullmark's playing decent, right? But Ottawa's just not.
Let me have a look at some stats. Let me look at some stats here, eh? Let me just have a look, if y'all don't mind. What are we talking about? Markstrom. Markstrom is currently 902 save percentage. I really thought that'd be better.
Oh, damn.
902 save percentage. It won't let me scroll to the side, so let me make my window wider. Fucking NHL website. 2.6 goals against, not bad. Let me have a look here. Let me find. What's this other guy's name?
Ullmark's goals against is going to be way higher.
Ullmark. Oh dear. Ullmark. Oh. Okay, so Ullmark, his goals against average is actually 2.8, so not much worse, but his save percentage is an 890, so I think you guys are probably correct there. We'll probably be seeing Markstrom
as Sweden's starter.
As the starter. But who knows? Maybe they have a little mini camp and they decide from that, and maybe Ullmark looks better. But who knows? Who knows?
Or maybe they're like, Ullmark plays best in a tandem.
Yes.
So we play them both.
We will do
Too
We
bad.
will alternate games.
I'm reading down through the bottom there. It says that Gustafsson would have been another option.
I'm surprised that he is not above Eriksson because he's been having a great year in Minnesota.
I mean, I would want him. I would almost want him to be the starter, to be honest with you. But
yeah, Gustafsson right now sitting at 10 games played, 920 save percentage, 2.3 goals against. So he right now is stats wise is far better than the other two that are actually.
Yeah, I imagine you said the projections that NHL.com made
might be
a while ago, right?
That might be old.
Yeah,
yes, it probably is.
Because I feel like the play this year, Gustafsson is probably changing that a little bit, where he's probably pushed into where he could be number 2 at least. He's got to be in that top
3. He's at least
Yeah.
I would.
So it says down here at the bottom.
Yes.
He carried Sweden to the 2020-24 IIHF World Championship and went 3-0-0 with an .891 save percentage.
Gustafsson did?
Medal. No, Eriksson. Sorry.
Oh, Eriksson. Huh. Interesting.
Well, so what you're telling me is they got options.
They do. Yeah. Many options. Many options on goal. A really bitchin' defense.
Yeah, for real.
And
it's hard to beat that one.
And a not too shabby offense. Yeah. Again,
I would dare to say they have a better defense than Canada. Or excuse me, not defense. Goalie option than Canada.
Oh, 100%.
Oh, yes.
Yes.
Yeah, they're in a much better spot.
It might on paper look better than America too.
We will have to wait and see for next week because that's what we're doing next week, gents. Next weekend, we're going to be looking at U.S. and Canada in the same episode because we've got to have debates. We got to have debates on things because we have pro U.S. and pro Canada. Benny being the pro Canada, and myself being the pro U.S. and probably Nick as well. And it'll be interesting debates. Okay. All right. That's going to do it for this episode. Do you guys have any parting thoughts? Anything you want to throw out there?
I'll be here next episode. No hunting camp next weekend because I got to do stuff Friday night with Liz. So I'll be around.
Husbandly duties.
Yeah.
Please win a game or two, Habs. Thank you.
All right, we'll send that. We'll send that right to him, and we'll get that taken care of. Yeah, you will be seeing a dub in the next week.
I hope so.
All right, everybody, enjoy your week. We'll see you back here next week, and that is going to be an episode that you want to tune into when we break down the projected Canadian and American rosters. Focus on me, camera, you little bastard. We'll see you next week. Enjoy your week. Peace out.